What up donkeys, Jack Haze here with JackAce Tech, and today I'm going to be installing the Eufy dual camera double security doorbell camera. This is going to be replacing my Arlo doorbell. This video is one in a series of videos that I'm making about the Eufy home security camera system. I've tried Ring.com in the past, I've tried Arlo, and now I'm switching to Eufy. The biggest benefit to switching to Eufy is that there are no subscription fees. Everything is stored locally on this local device. Nothing is stored in the cloud. So because you're storing your data locally, you don't need a cloud subscription to a service like Ring or Arlo or any of the other camera cloud-based services out there. Another advantage of this dual camera double security doorbell is that, like it says, it has two cameras. It has one camera to focus on visitors, and it has one camera to look at packages that may be dropped off at your house, and also if a porch pirate wants to steal one of your packages. And let's cover one of the big cons is that this is a battery operated doorbell, which means I believe you have to dismount it when you want to charge the battery and leave it fully charged. There is an option for a wired doorbell, but from what I could tell, it does not communicate with this Homebase here. So I wasn't sure exactly how that worked, but we'll find out after I install this today. And another one of the cons of the Eufy system, which I covered in a previous video, is that the integrations aren't great. Specifically, from what I can tell, it doesn't integrate with IFTTT, it doesn't integrate with SmartThings, and it doesn't integrate with HomeKit. So you don't get some of the benefits of HomeKit, such as when someone rings your doorbell, that video doesn't get pushed to your Apple TV automatically as a notification. But I am excited about a lot of the features of Eufy, and let's go ahead and get started with this installation. Wow, this is pretty big. Here's the size of my hand. Here's the USB port where you would manually charge it. It looks like you'd have to dismount the whole thing, bring it inside, and charge it. There's a sync button to connect it to your Homebase, presumably. There's some protective film on it. Let's just take that off. So here's the top camera. Here's the package camera. My doorbell is mounted sideways, so this is going to help angle it towards the front. As you can see, there's about a 30-degree angle there. Hopefully these holes work with my existing holes that I have in the masonry. A couple of security stickers to thwart criminals. Charging cable. Let's charge this while I'm unboxing. And while this is charging, let's see if we can join this to our Homebase. See what we got here. We want to add a device, and we're going to add a video doorbell. This is the S330, battery powered. So point this at the QR code.
Press the sync button until you hear the beep.
There's the beep.
Ready to add device.
And now you point this at a QR code on your phone. And that
Connecting to the Wi-Fi network. Please wait.
And that passes on the credentials of your current Wi-Fi to the doorbell. So this all communicates with Wi-Fi. That's the same as Ring. With Arlo, I believe there's a proprietary wireless communication protocol, but this one uses Wi-Fi, which I am not a huge fan of. I'd rather it didn't use Wi-Fi, because then it's going to take up an IP address on your local network, and it's also discoverable by other devices, potentially, that are on your network. So it says it was added successfully. So they are suggesting that you get it fully charged before you install it, so that's fine. And a couple of warnings. So it looks like it does have an option to attach it to a door with power supplied to it and use it to supply power to your doorbell. And there's also an option to have it ring your local chime. If you have a traditional doorbell chime, I do. I don't know that I'm gonna hook it up because my dog goes a little crazy when it goes off, so I may forego that. But for now, I'm gonna say I do have a chime. It's a mechanical chime. And we're gonna skip this for now. I'll do this offline later. So now it's time to install the doorbell. I'm gonna wait for this to stop charging. I'm gonna install it and we'll see each other in a few seconds. So here's my current doorbell chime. It's a pretty standard mechanical chime that most houses will have connected to their doorbell. Connected to the chime is the Arlo rechargeable battery. That supplies extra power to the Arlo doorbell because the power that goes to your doorbell is usually low voltage, so it needs a little bit of extra power for it to work. And here I've disconnected that rechargeable battery. And here's what the chime looks like without that battery. The installation of the doorbell went pretty smoothly. It didn't take me more than 10 minutes. But then again, I've installed 2 Ring doorbells. I've installed an Arlo doorbell, so I pretty much know what's involved. And I ring the doorbell for good measure, and I do get a notification on my watch. And here I am pressing the doorbell, and you can see what the feed looks like when I answer. This is the video that the app generates when you download the video from the app. It splits the 2 separate videos into a split screen video. And here's what it looks like from inside the app. Overall, the app is really responsive. You get notifications right away. When you want to start streaming the video, whether it's live or you're watching a pre-recorded video, it comes up really quickly. And the quality is very good. It's not pixelated. Everything looks pretty crisp. I'm very happy with the quality of the video. I'm very happy with the responsiveness. So yeah, I've installed the doorbell. It only took me about 10-15 minutes, which was great. It's really responsive. From the time you press the button where you want to answer the call, you are able to see the streaming video in seconds, not even 3 seconds, I'd say. You have a really good view of the person ringing the doorbell. You have a really good view of any packages they might be leaving. I was very surprised to see that it is retaining the charge. It is charging while being plugged in to the low voltage wiring. It doesn't look like I have to dismount the doorbell to have to manually charge it. And that's after I did remove the Arlo battery that was previously charging my Arlo doorbell. With my Arlo doorbell, I did have a lot of problems with pixelation, with the video not coming through, with me not being able to answer the doorbell in time. It doesn't seem like I have any of those problems with Eufy. And again, to reiterate some of the shortcomings that I have with the Eufy system is that it doesn't integrate with IFTTT, it doesn't integrate with SmartThings. These devices don't seem to integrate with Apple HomeKit, although these indoor security cameras made by Eufy do seem to integrate with Apple HomeKit. So I'm a little bit curious to see if maybe there's something I'm missing with the doorbell, maybe there's something I'm missing with the solar cameras, but I am very interested to see how these indoor cameras integrate with HomeKit. Overall, I'd probably give the doorbell 4.5 stars out of 5. It's been working really well. I didn't have any problems that required customer service as I did with the solar cameras. This device was pretty much plug and play. I am gonna have to go back and probably fill some of the masonry around the doorbell itself. The doorbell mount is a lot smaller than the previous mount that I had on there for the Arlo. But overall, it's been a great experience. It was very easy to install. The app is very, very good. I do enjoy the face recognition AI. Supposedly, the facial recognition happens on the devices themselves. It doesn't go to the cloud. Your images don't go to the cloud where some other computer processes the images to do facial recognition for you. Supposedly, it happens on the devices themselves. One minor drawback is that everything seems to communicate via Wi-Fi. I guess that's both bad and good. I'd prefer that it not clog up the Wi-Fi traffic. I'd prefer that it not take up an additional IP address. I'd prefer that it not be discoverable potentially by other devices on my network. But at the same time, it means that you can store the Homebase somewhere where it doesn't have to be within line of sight or even close by to the cameras themselves. Previously, I was storing the equivalent of the Homebase for Arlo in a publicly accessible part of my home, which I feel is a little bit dangerous. With the Eufy Homebase, since it's hardwired into the network through an Ethernet port, it can communicate with the other devices that are just connected via access points, but they don't have to be direct line of sight or even close to each other, just so long as your cameras are in good proximity of an access point. So again, I'm very happy with the Eufy security system ecosystem so far. I've shown you how to connect the solar cameras. I've shown you how to connect the doorbell. And next I'm going to show you how to connect the interior cameras. And after that, if things are still going well, I'll show you how to connect the deadbolt that goes to your front door, which also has a doorbell and a camera. So this is my new YouTube channel, JackAce Tech. I also have another YouTube channel where I discuss gambling and mathematics. So check out that channel if you have a chance. If you enjoyed this content, remember to like and subscribe, and peace out, donkeys.